So there's a couple ways you might tackle this last problem, but I'm going to admit it took me some thinking. I'm going to do it the way that I know everyone might have a chance of doing this. But then if you know about a thing called vectors, there's a second way you can consider doing this. That's faster. But let's start with this. We all know that just like they're talking about distance and rates and time, so I'm going to go with this old formula: distance equals rate times time. And the first thing I did was, since they were telling me that it went this distance at this rate, I could figure out how long it's going to take the train to get from the bottom up to the top. Or the hoist, it's not a train, fine, the hoist. So I use that distance and the rate, and I divide by 300, and I find that it takes approximately 2.988 seconds for the hoist to get from here all the way up to here. Now that I know the time that it takes, I know that the vertical distance is 519.325, and I know this is how much time it takes it. So it's kind of like the idea is imagining all of the action happening just on this vertical component, you know? So you can kind of picture a little thing being hoisted up this long distance, and it's taking 2.988 seconds. If you consider just the vertical component, it'd be traveling up this straight line, taking the same amount of time, 2.988 seconds. I just got to find that rate. So I'll use the same formula, and I'll say what changes is the distance. That vertical distance is 519.325. I don't know what the rate is. I just know that it's taking 2.988 seconds, and I'll go ahead and divide both sides by 2.988 to find the rate. So I'm getting an answer of 173.803. 173.803, and it's a word problem, and there's stuff involved, so we should definitely put a unit on this. That's a rate, so it's feet per minute. So I'm going to try another video where I think we can use knowledge about vectors. That'll make this faster, but honestly I just haven't done it in a long time, so I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but I'm like 99.9% sure it's going to work. So if you don't see another video, it's because it didn't work. But if you see, yeah, you'll see. I hope this one makes sense. If this still does not like jive with you, you know, this distance equals rate times time thing, you know, again, office hours, email, private comments, all kinds of ways.